If I was to define happiness, I'd say it's a combination of agency and gratitude. Agency is like control, and we have control over way more than we realize we do with the power we all hold to influence our own mindset for the better. And gratitude is the ability to enjoy what we have. If we remind ourselves that we have the ability to change our mood, it can feel very empowering and it leads us back to a sense of agency. So, if you are feeling bad about life in some way, in a bad mood, it usually involves a lack of happiness, a lack of these two components of agency and gratitude. It's more like you're feeling out of control and not being able to access gratitude for the things you have. So you pick something to work toward, to improve in some way. It's that simple. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's simple.
Welcome to The Good Mood Show. This is the show where you will learn the best strategies to feel the good moods and good vibes we all love to feel. Now, here's your host, Matt O'Neill.
Welcome to the Good Mood Show, the show that always puts you in a good mood and teaches you the strategies to stay there. This is the Good Mood Boost, your midweek pick-me-up. And today we are listening to a tip from mindset coach Evangeline Thompson. I'm going to be listening live with you, so let's hear what Evangeline has to say about feeling good.
Hi, I'm Evangeline Thompson, and I'm a mindset coach that helps entrepreneurs feel successful and be successful in both their personal lives and businesses. But what I really do is I teach people how to talk to themselves. Not in a crazy way, of course. We all talk to ourselves, whether it's out loud or in our own heads. And sometimes we aren't that nice to ourselves. I believe that finding harmony between all the parts inside of our personalities is key in figuring out what you want in your life and your business, and key in getting there. We all have a default setting for our mindsets, and it can be kind of limiting unless you actively work to shape it. I personally think it's fun to take the time to listen carefully to all the crazy voices in our heads and do what it takes to correct our limiting beliefs about ourselves and the world so that we can go through life not just by giving into fear, but being our happy selves. If I was to define happiness, I'd say it's a combination of agency and gratitude. Agency is like control. And we have control over way more than we realize we do with the power we all hold to influence our own mindset for the better. And gratitude is the ability to enjoy what we have. If we remind ourselves that we have the ability to change our mood, it can feel very empowering and it leads us back to a sense of agency. So, if you are feeling bad about life in some way, in a bad mood, it usually involves a lack of happiness, a lack of these two components of agency and gratitude. It's more like you're feeling out of control and not being able to access gratitude for the things you have. So, you pick something to work toward, to improve in some way. It's that simple. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's simple. Even just the act of working towards something that really means a lot to you already can help shift your mood, even if it's a tiny amount. There are few better feelings in this world than the feeling you get from accomplishing a goal you set for yourself. It can be a big goal or a small one. It could be, I'm going to build a 6-figure business in 6 months. Or it can be, I'm going to take 15 minutes and fix myself a healthy snack. The idea is you're working towards something that you really want or need. So listen in. Listen to those voices in your head who are complaining about whatever they're unhappy about. Think of them as an alarm. Let it be okay that you're not happy for a moment while you check in with what you deeply desire. Your bad mood is calling you to change something. These inner aspects of you are usually letting you know about something you deeply want or need. So listen in and pick something to work towards based on what you want deep down. I don't know of a better way to get into a good mood than to connect your actions right now to the working toward the life you really want for yourself. You can get in touch with me by checking out my company's free training on mindset at yourlifearchitect.com/mind reset. Again, yourlifearchitect.com/mind reset.
That was so good. Evangeline created a very simple yet profound formula for defining happiness. She said happiness equals agency and gratitude. And agency being that I am in control of the aspects of my life. You know, my mom used to always tell me, Matt, you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can certainly control your reaction to it. And I found that to be true, that no matter what happens, I have the agency to control what my mindset is going to be about every single event. My mom's words still ring very loud in my ears when something goes in a way that I didn't want it to. And it is our job to be happy. And in order to do that, we need to take agency and change everything that we don't like into a positive, because nothing has any meaning except for the meaning that we assign to it. So if something is going sideways, typically you figure out that you didn't like it because you're feeling in a bad mood. And I love that Evangeline went ahead and reversed the equation and said bad moods are a lack of happiness, which means when we're feeling in a bad mood, we are feeling a lack of agency or control and a lack of gratitude. And she gave a very clear path on how to get back control. And I love this path. Pick something that you want and make progress toward it. We have control over our actions when we are making progress towards something we want. And the other half of her equation, she didn't have time to get into, but we can always count our blessings. In every single situation, we can count our blessings. My mom just had shoulder replacement surgery. She's living in our house right now. And she's my hero. She's the person that taught me so much in my life. And here she is, not being able to move her arm. It's in a sling. She can't pick the children up. She can't help with the dishes. She can't help with the dinner. She just has to be waited on. And that is not my mom. And here she is counting her blessings that it wasn't her knee that got replaced. She's counting her blessings that she can walk outside and that she can walk herself into the shower and take her own shower with her other hand. And that if it had been a knee replacement, that those wouldn't be things that she could do. So no matter what the circumstance, we can do as Evangeline had recommended and find our agency, our locus of control of our mindset over what has happened and count our blessings for what we do have and what is going for us. Because I promise when you start looking for those blessings, there are so many more than anything you think is going wrong. Loved this tip. Loved it very much. Evangeline, thank you for bringing good moods to the Good Mood Show.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of The Good Mood Show with Matt O'Neill. For free resources, videos, and materials about getting into your best moods, head over to thegoodmoodshow.com. See you next week, same time, same place.